The next Building Bridges Initiative rally will be held in Nakuru County on 21st of March 2020. That's exactly 2 weeks from today. And for those who've been following the Building Bridges Initiative rallies, those rallies have always been organized per region. And as at now, all regions, apart from Nairobi, have held their Building Bridges Initiative rallies. And because Rift Valley is vast, the organizers contemplated organizing one big rally in Nakuru County. But because the Rift Valley was hostile to the Building Bridges Initiative rallies, the organizers strategically organized another rally within Rift Valley for the Maasai community. The idea behind that was to try and split the Maasais from the larger Rift Valley region. And when they were doing that, they announced publicly that Rift Valley was going to have other two rallies. One in Eldoret and another one in Nakuru. And I knew that was just a bit, because there was no way Rift Valley was going to have 3 rallies while other regions just held one. Take for example Central Kenya, not even Central Kenya. Take for example the Mount Kenya region. Mount Kenya region has the highest number of registered voters in this country. They have the highest number of, the highest population in the country. They only held one in Meru. And after that Meru is the Meru Building Bridges Initiative rally, which had its share of drama. The organizers then cancelled one of the rallies which was supposed to be held in Eldoret. I knew it was just a bit. But the Building Bridges Initiative rally will now be held in Nakuru County. And meetings are currently ongoing. Yesterday, Liki Nyanjui, who is the governor for Nakuru County, together with the speaker, the deputy governor, and 2 MPs, Arama and David Gakaria, attended a meeting, one of the consultative meetings. But that meeting was not attended by MPs allied to the Deputy President William Ruto. Kimani Ngunjiri was not there, Susan Kika was not there, and many other MPs from Nakuru town. Remember, from Nakuru County, remember Nakuru is one of the largest counties in terms of population, even votes in this country. But there has been a call for President Uhuru Kenyatta to attend that Building Bridges Initiative rally in Nakuru County. And personally, I know the president might not attend. But after what happened in Meru, I strongly believe the president should attend the Building Bridges Initiative rally in Nakuru. And I'm going to explain why I think the president should and must attend that rally. Because even today, the president is in Kieni. He made some stopovers somewhere there. And he said he supports the Building Bridges Initiative. But if you are keen, before we go into the details why the president, I think, should attend the rallies, the organizers of the Building Bridges Initiative rallies were very strategic. These guys started with NASA strongholds, where there were no problems. And then they evaded 2 regions where they expected problems. Remember, even in Ukambani, Kalonzo Musyoka was cheated that there was going to be another Building Bridges rally in Wote. It has never happened. Because according to the Building Bridges Initiative, the only rally they recognized was the one in Kitui. So these guys were very strategic. They ensured Kisii happened, Kakamega happened, Mombasa happened, Kitui happened, Then they went to Masai, which happened. And then, now they went to Meru, where they knew there was going to be problems. And Moses Kuria, Kipchumba Murkomen made all the dramas. But at the end of the day, a report was prepared. And the president affirmed today also. Then now these guys ensured that the next rally is in Nakuru. Whether it was going to be Nakuru or Eldoret, but again, hostile grounds. So these guys were going to just stamp, oh, we are going to disrupt. And of course, they are going to disrupt it. They are going to disrupt the Nakuru rally. But after disrupting that Nakuru rally, on 28th, a mega rally will be held in Nairobi. Nairobi is the headquarters of Kenya. So it was their strategy. And that's why I strongly believe that's the reason why these guys postponed the the Nakuru rally, which was supposed to be held, was it last week or this weekend? They postponed it to come very close to the Nairobi rally so that these guys can go to Nakuru, just stamp and do any other thing, disrupt the rally. Then a week later, a mega rally is held in Nairobi. But that mega rally, Uhuru Kenyatta might attend, and I think he should attend, the last rally. But why should Uhuru Kenyatta make it a point of attending the Nakuru rally? In my view, the president should attend this rally because of 3 or 4 reasons only. Number one, the president needs to provide leadership to the Building Bridges initiative because it has been politicized now. The narrative, especially in Jubilee strongholds, is that this is a vehicle used by Raila Odinga for his 2022 presidential elections ambitions. So in my view, the president should attend this rally and assure the country that 2022 politics and the Building Bridges initiative are completely 2 different things. Because that's the reason why these guys are opposing it. I predicted, and it happened, that in Meru, the allies of the DP were going to try to show and prove their worth. So I think the president should go to Nakuru so that he can provide leadership. Number 2, there has been this narrative that BBI rallies are ODM rallies. And you know, in the last election, not even last election, in the last 10 years, or maybe 20 years, there are sections of this country which have been programmed that all their problems are because of Raila Odinga. To an extent that when Jubilee fails today, they're blaming Raila Odinga, and assuming Raila Odinga was outside, then they'll still tell you today that Jubilee is performing. Today, if Raila Odinga were to leave President Uhuru Kenyatta, they'll sing how Uhuru Kenyatta is the best president. Why? Because of Raila taking the lead in this Building Bridges initiative. We know President Uhuru Kenyatta is the head of state and the unifying factor in this country, symbol of national unity. But the president should assure the country publicly that he is part and parcel of the Building Bridges initiative rallies. I know he has done that before, because there was a point the president said clearly that he was going to take responsibility for the Building Bridges initiative, which means if it will fail, the president will accept to go with the failure. If it will succeed, the president will accept to go with that responsibility. But I think that might not be enough. So the president must attend that. And lastly, which is almost related, is to debunk this narrative that the BBI rallies are ODM rallies. And this narrative is what William Ruto allies have been advancing. Remember, in Meru, for example, in Meru, what happened was very simple. The event was organized by the governors. Raila Odinga was just invited there. All those governors are Jubilee governors. All of them. The people who attended that event voted for Jubilee 90%. And that's why when Moses Kuria came, it was easy for them, Moses Kuria and Kipchumba Murkomen, it was easy for them to take away the crowd. But because that narrative that these rallies are ODM rallies, the president must come. And you see, that narrative started from Kisii. Because in Kisii, basically, most of the people who attended were ODM governors from the region, because all governors in here, I think, are ODM, and the senators. You go to Kakamega, it was almost kind of something like that, until now, Moses Wetangula and Musalia Mudavadi joined in. So for the president to help Kenyans debunk that narrative, he must attend. And lastly, there is the narrative that the president doesn't support the BBI. His appearance would debunk that narrative. So I think because of those factors, President Uhuru Kenyatta should attend the Building Bridges Initiative rallies. But I know there are consequences. And of course, in any action, there must be same reaction. There are consequences of President Uhuru Kenyatta coming. If he attends, probably he'll be viewed as someone who is doing that because he's under pressure. If he attends, probably the other narrative will be he has surrendered. So as the head of state, or if he comes, probably there are other people who would believe that this Building Bridges initiative is basically his own project, which is personalizing. He wants to make sure it passes. But I think despite all those, the president should make a point to coming to Nakuru. Even if he won't come to Nakuru rally, then he needs to ensure that he attends one of the Building Bridges initiative meetings, especially the last one in Nairobi. And I was reading somewhere, I don't know from who, that the president will only come during the launch of the bill. Because remember yesterday, the task force, the Building Bridges Initiative task force, issued a statement to the effect that now they have collected all the views, something like that. So I read that to mean that they have started working on the bill. So probably that's when the president will attend. Remember, the president received this report and he launched it. So probably he will go to the last rally, or he will now wait for the bill. I don't know what you think. Do you think it's right for the president to attend the Building Bridges rally in Nakuru? I want to get your honest opinion on that, because personally I think he should attend. And if you're bumping on this video for the first time, what we do on this channel is simple. We analyze politics. And the best thing you can do is simply to hit the subscribe button, so that next time we produce a video like this one, you get notified. Thank you guys, and please may you have a good day. Bye bye.